Good morning and happy Monday. So there was one other thing I learned from Puja Swamiji and Sadhvi as they talked about grace. That was their whole evening conversation was about grace. And the last thing they said, and this came from Sadhvi, and I'm sure that this is in her book, I haven't read her book yet, is that grace wants three things. Grace wants you to let go, grace wants you to love, and grace wants you to give back. And if you do those three things, then you will find grace. And I think sometimes we have this idea that if we find peace, if we find grace, if we become content with our lives, happy with our lives, that we won't have drive. Those that want to achieve significant things in their life, I think they kind of worry like, I've got to be hungry. Well, you absolutely got to be hungry, but if you have grace and peace in your life, then you'll enjoy the ride. It won't just be that you'll feel satisfied when you're at the end result. You'll feel satisfied on the way, and in fact, you'll have more energy, you'll have more creativity, you'll have more desire because you won't burn yourself out, you won't get tired. Hunger doesn't necessarily have to mean desperation. Now, if you're at that space against that wall, then for sure you're going to be incredibly hungry. But you can still have grace and peace and have massive hunger. Those two things do not be juxtaposed against each other. So don't think for a minute that, oh, well, but if I let go and I love and I give back, now I'm not going to want to create my billion-dollar company. Of course you can create the billion-dollar company. And in fact, I think the people that learn how to find that peace when they do that, creating the company is actually easier. If you look at a Walt Disney, if you look at an Elon Musk, if you look at a Richard Branson, I mean, those guys don't have the, how should I say, the tenacity sometimes. They're not tyrants. A lot of times guys that create the big piles of money are kind of tyrants. I mean, let's face it, Steve Jobs was kind of a tyrant. So was Bill Gates. But those guys are not. They found that peace, and they still achieved. You can happily achieve and not achieve to be happy. So that was the last thing I got from that session, that presence, that time that we had with them. Obviously, we hear these same messages in a different way in the systems that I go through. But the message of let go, I mean, that's such a powerful message because when we call it getting rid of our story, when we're able to move past our story, when you're able to let go of the bitterness, to let go of all those things, then your ability to move forward and throw energy into your life as you move forward is so much more significant. Don't drive down the road looking in the rearview mirror. I mean, we say the same thing so many times. Life is happening for you, not to you. The reason we say that is because then you'll look at these events in a completely different way. Okay, well, if it's happening for me, then what's the purpose of this event? Well, that's what you then find out. So, as you start this Monday, for all of us, as we start this Monday, let go, learn the lessons of the events of the past, and then let go. Then let go of all of the bitterness, all the hate, all the what ifs, all the I should haves, all the why didn't go this way, all of that stuff, and focus only on where you're going. And when we're talking about achieving, figure out, how do I achieve in a way that doesn't just benefit me, but benefits everybody else, that benefits the world? That's your way of giving back. And if you do those things, now life takes a whole different directory and a whole different level. Woke up this morning and found out a buddy of mine my age who was very healthy, a Tony Robbins friend of mine, we called him Mr. Orange, for an appearance on Date with Destiny, died of COVID-related pneumonia. Take care of yourselves, everybody. I last saw him right before the shutdown. I think he was at Tony's birthday party where I was at. He was healthy and happy, and he had no pre-existing issues, at least that I know of. So best to him, Mr. Orange. I'm going to miss you. To everybody else, make it a great day, make it a great week, make it a great Monday. Let go, love, and figure out how to give back. And then the words of the immortal Dan Mahoney, let's get after it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.